let's waste no time in bringing a good friend of mine. He's the head coach of the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. It's Walt Wells. Coach, good morning to you.
What's going on, Joe? How you doing, buddy?
I know you are swamped. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. How's life?
Oh, it's good. It's yesterday was my birthday, and of course yours was the day before. So I'm sorry I told you in my text, happy belated birthday. But it was a good day, and we had practice and film, and we had our team meal, and so family come over and hang out with me, and it's rolling right along. I mean, life's good. Knock on wood, not because of football, not because of anything, but other than another year turn the page, right?
There you go. Well, that's okay. You forgot my birthday. You've only got 120 kids now. So
I shouldn't do that. I forgot. I forgot it was my birthday until I woke up that morning and my wife was yelling at me, "Happy birthday!" I was like, "It's Tuesday. We got practice." I hadn't celebrated a birthday since probably 16, 17 years old because of football. So
that's right. You're right. Hey, so behind me, I got the EKU helmet you gave me. So we got it sitting up there. Look, we're taping this show or doing this show in Lebanon, and this is Cumberland University. And I just know I was with you during that time, but this place is really important to you, isn't it?
No doubt about it. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Jennifer. I mean, my wife, and that's where we met there in Memorial Hall at the one copy machine they had at that time. And one of the coaches introduced us at the copy machine, and I made such an impression. She decided to 9 months later go out with me, and we've been married ever since '98. I think I forget what the math is on that, but we're getting close to 25 years. And got married, had our reception right there in at the Rudy House, and so working football for Coach Moore, living in the dorms. I was actually the director of housing, believe that or not, my last year there. So I don't know if that was a good experience or not for Cumberland, but for me it was. And so yes, Lebanon's grown a lot since we've been back. I've been back through there some recruiting at different stops I've been at and things like that. But I got my master's degree from there. So it's a special place. I know they're doing a really good job over there with the football program, and there's still got a lot of friends in that area and former players that are in that area and stay in contact with them. So no doubt about it. As we called it, CU is a great place to start. And Herschel Moore was probably the best guy that I personally needed to start my coaching career under. And I learned so much football from him. It's not even funny. God rest his soul. But, he taught me so much, and it was such a blessing to coach under Coach Moore.
You were there in 94, 95, and 96. You were also there. We've been doing a lot of tributes here at Main Street Media to Woody Hunt, who recently retired. I know you know Coach Hunt well.
Well, what's funny is I do. Coach Hunt's from Danville, Kentucky, matter of fact. And so I got to know Coach Hunt while I was there, and I appreciate him reaching out and on a Twitter thing the other day. But he, what a great coach, what a great person, what a ambassador for Cumberland University. It's amazing what he's done there, all the great players he had there, all the great teams he had there, and another person to watch from afar on how he handled himself, his business, how he did a lot of different things as a coach. Probably should have took more of it earlier in my career. But what a really, just good person and really good coach, as everybody knows, but just a good person and such a great ambassador for Cumberland University, Lebanon, Tennessee, the whole 9 yards.
A lot of young coaches don't have, and I know you understand this, with the Coach Moore, who's fantastic, and a Coach Hunt, you get to watch these guys every single day. A lot of coaches don't get to have that starting out.
No, I look at it like, I started off with Coach Moore, who's a Hall of Famer, right? And he was probably 70 maybe when I started, late 60s when I started with him. Retired from, the state of Tennessee, retired, or Metro, and then the state of Tennessee. And he came up there just to, because he loves to coach football. And then Coach Hunt obviously was there forever. And then I came and worked for Coach Kidd here, who was another older coach that had been, well established and well thought of, and nationally recognized Hall of Famer. Both Coach Moore and Coach Kidd were Hall of Famers. And then I turn around, and after that, I learned to appreciate it really a whole lot. Is when I went, and this is no negative to these people, but David Ellison was the youngest coach in America when he took over, and then Willie Taggart was about the same way when he took over. So you go from seeing guys that have done it and had a way to do things, and you probably didn't understand why they did certain things, because you're like, well, why won't we do this? You're young. Why don't we do this? 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 Well, you figure out they did it that way, probably find out what was wrong with it, why they didn't want to do it that way. And then, the young guys are doing everything they need to do, and they end up doing probably too much sometimes. It was very, God guided me on that. I know, because if I'd have got with some young guy, I'd have wanted to do everything all the time too.
Right.
You just can't do that, or I can't. I ain't smart enough to do that.
And look at you now. All right, let's talk about the Colonels. You're in the top 20. You're 5-2. Things are going well. You had a game a few weeks ago against Central Arkansas. You were down 35-13. I actually turned the computer off. I'm like, it's over. I checked back 2 hours later. You win the football game 38-35. What did you tell your guys at halftime to come back from being down 3 touchdowns?
Well, not to have your mentality. I mean, come on, Joe. You can't give up on us. I mean, no, I don't mean this in any way. Probably 5-10 years ago, I'd have went in there and just berated the kids and tried to fire them up and all this, that, and the other. And I just didn't think that's what our team needed. I took our support staff and asked them to go in there, and, I figured there's some bickering going on and some things, how that goes in the locker room, and go in there and get all that control before our coaches come in. I grabbed our coaches together and I just said, hey guys, we're not coaching very well and we're not playing very well. And that includes me. And we're going to go in there and be positive with these guys. We're going to have a plan. You're going to go in there and present the plan, and then we're going to go execute the plan. And that's how it's going to go. I don't want to hear a bunch of yelling. I don't want to hear a bunch of finger pointing. I just want to go in there, get it fixed, and come out, because we know if we play our style of football, we got a chance. And we always preach, don't look at the scoreboard. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about the scoreboard. You're not playing for the scoreboard. You're playing for each other, and you're playing to be the best version of you on that play. And if each play is a life of its own, and if you'll bring the best version of that, that's all we ever talk about. I never talk about winning, hardly. I never talk about championships. I don't talk about all that stuff, because if we can get them to be the best version of themselves, we got a chance. And I really think that's what happened in the second half. Our coaches did a great job of Andy Richmond, our offensive coordinator, and Jake Johnson, our defensive coordinator, and all the coaches that are with them did a great job of adjusting and getting the kids calmed down and knowing what to do, doing what they need to do. We went out and executed, and when we kept scoring some, the pressure flips from us trying to chase to come back to them trying to stay ahead. And and I think I can't speak for their team, but for our team, we weren't worried about it. We were just going to keep playing and until they blew the whistle, and they blew the whistle, and we were ahead. So it worked out good for us.
All right, so this weekend you got Lamar coming there, another test for you guys. You're in the ASUN, the WAC, and all that challenge that's going on. Yeah. So as a great coach has said, you've always said the most important game on the schedule is the next one.
That's exactly right. I mean, the good thing is we were off last week, so we got a chance to heal up some, rest up, get these guys back in class a little more than they probably were, and doing the things that they need to do to get their mind back on football. And so we came back out Monday and Tuesday and had 2 good days so far, and looking forward to seeing what today brings. We've got a good group of kids. Lamar's really, really improved. Good football team coming out of, the Beaumont area. And we got a challenge for us for the next 4 games to see where we're really going to be at. And these 4 teams are good, and not that the ones before hadn't been, but we take them one at a time, and the same mentality that we took at Central Ark, and we're going to take this week.
How's your mom doing?
Oh, she's great. I appreciate you asking. I talked to her yesterday, obviously, and she's doing good. Still on McGavick Pike, still doing her thing. She go by Kroger every now and then. You'll see her.
That's right. You McGavick to Austin Peay to Belmont, getting your master's at Cumberland. I mean, if there's a Middle Tennessee guy through and through, that's got to be you.
Well, it's probably you, but for me and coaching, it probably is me. It's been a fun ride. I love Middle Tennessee. You know that. I love the players. We got a bunch of players from Middle Tennessee on our team that are making, Matt Jackson's an All-American from Hillsboro. You got Jalen Hurd from over at Summit. You got Ryan Jackson from right there in Lebanon, Tennessee, who's been a starting nose guard for us as I guess I don't know what you call it because he's a freshman, but he's not a redshirt freshman. He's not a true freshman, but he's a COVID freshman. And we got, O'Brien Jackson from Murfreesboro, and the list goes on. We got a good amount of kids from Malik Owens from Stratford. So, and Dejon Hewitt, who's our starting tailback from Davidson Academy.
Yeah.
So there's more, but Middle Tennessee is important. Lebanon's important. I love Lebanon. Me and my wife used to go to the gondola on Thursday night and eat the pizza and all that. And I was I was breaking the bank going to the gondola or I think it's Los Compadres right over there.
That's right.
Yeah. So we went to those places. Jen's got an aunt and uncle that lives right there in Lebanon, right on Palmer Road. So the aunt's passed now, but her uncle's still there, and they used to own the Gallatin Marina. So we got strong ties right there in Lebanon. I love that city. That city's grown. I mean, to see what they're doing with the new school that's there now, and how they rebuilt Lebanon High, and just what Cumberland's done. I mean, Cumberland's a beautiful school, and they've really done a good job there. And I know Coach Mathis is working hard with the football team, and Coach Hunt's son took over there. So a lot of great things in Lebanon. The one place across the road there that the guys used to go to, I forget the name of it right now, but the old Country Western bar right there by Witt's.
Yeah.
I forget. The Thirsty Turtle. Yeah, we had to run them out of there a couple times.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, I tell you, I've known you forever. So I love I celebrate your success. I'm a huge Eastern Kentucky fan. I'll follow you wherever you go, man. So
I know
keep
you do,
winning.
brother.
And I appreciate you, man.
You're a brother to me, and and I love you, dude. And we've been through a lot together. It's been fun. Hopefully we keep these birthdays good. I mean, people don't know it, but you're 364 days younger than me. So on October the 25th, we're the same age for one day. Oh, my man. All right, kick some butt Saturday, man. I love you. I'll see you soon.
I appreciate it. Good luck. All right, see you. Coach Walt Wells, Eastern Kentucky. He started right here in Lebanon. He's just a rising coach in the collegiate ranks. He does a great job up there.